this is Dawn with Whirlwind Mama, and I am hurrying again tonight, hence Whirlwind. I just got home from work. I got home about 4:15, 4:30 I guess. Stopped at the grocery store because I knew I wanted to make no-peak chicken tonight. I had some chicken legs I pulled out. Now, I normally like to make that with chicken breasts or chicken thighs, the boneless, skinless versions, but all I have right now is a pack of chicken legs. So thought, well, I'll do these drumsticks in this no-peak chicken. The kids love this recipe. David loves this recipe. It'll be good. But I just needed some cream of celery soup. So I stopped at the grocery store and grabbed it. And when I got home and I went out into, I went to get the rice that I needed out of the pantry, I found that, thank you quarantine, thank you COVID, one of my kids cooked a box of the rice that I was expecting to use tonight at some point, and I didn't know it. And it's hard for them because they're having to school from home. So I had to run back to the store and buy another box of it, and they didn't have the exact the exact brand that I used or that I bought originally, but it'll have to do. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to mix, I flip this around so you can see. I'm going to take this and usually I use this Uncle Ben's. The Uncle Ben's is awesome in this recipe, and because it's no peak, you don't open the pan, you don't lift the foil at all until it's done. So it cooks up really light and great. So I'm gonna show you all the ingredients, and it's just a dump in and get it in the oven, cover it with foil and move on kind of meal. And that's what I need on a night like this. All right, so here's the Uncle Ben's rice. I'm just pouring this in. And then I ran up to my local grocery store and I just got the store brand of the same type of rice mix because that's all they had. And I mixed in that and 2 cans. Now this is doubled. So a single recipe of this I'll post in the description, but it's 1 box. It calls for 1 box of Uncle Ben's long grain and wild rice original recipe, and 1 10.5 ounce can of cream of celery soup, and 1 10.5 ounce can of cream of mushroom soup. And if you don't like cream of mushroom or cream of celery, you can substitute any cream soup, to be honest. You can make your own. That would be about 1.5 cups if you make your own homemade. So I'm going to dump all these things in here and mix it together and add 3 cans of water. For a single batch, you'd add 1.5 cups of water, but since I'm doubling it for my big family, I'm going to add 3 cups of water, stir it all together, pour that into the sprayed pan. Now I'm using, I believe that's a 1/2 sheet pan, because I have such a big family, so it's bigger than a 9x13. A single batch, I would just put in a 9x13 with about 1.5 pounds of chicken on it, and it's perfect for 2 or 3 people, 4 people, but since I have 8, I'm going to double it. So I'm going to mix this up and then show you what it looks like. All right, so I've dumped in the 2 kinds of soup and the seasoning and the rice mix. So I'm just stirring it carefully, and I got these awesome spatulas, these rubber spatulas or rubber scrapers, whatever you call them, that I saw somebody suggest on the internet, and I'd never heard of them before, and I got so sick of my spatulas, the rubber end coming off of the plastic handle, and so I got these glove spatulas. They're amazing. It's all one piece. They can't fall apart. They wash amazing. I just throw them in, I rinse them off and put them in the dishwasher. I love them, and I never thought I would care so much about a rubber scraper or a spatula before, but by golly, I love these things. It makes it so much easier. I'm not struggling to keep my stuff together. All right, so I just brought some water over next to me, and I also use these this rubber scraper to scrape out my cans. Now my mom taught me so much about cooking, and one thing was don't waste ingredients. So I scrape out the cans and then I add water to them when the recipe calls for water, and then I feel like I'm not wasting stuff, and I'm still getting the job done. Now I'm a little low on water here, so I'm just going to get a little more from my fridge door. All right, there we go. All right, I've got 3 cans of water. I'm just going to mix all this in, and then this is going to get dumped on the bottom. Seriously need to get something to hold this camera while I shoot things because it is annoying that it moves around. But that's just the way it is, I guess, until I get something. All right, I mixed it up, and I've got to spray the bottom of this pan. So I just have some canola oil spray, something fast, something easy. You can use whatever you got. I'm gonna spray it really well because I don't want a big mess to have to wipe up here in a little bit. Okay, now I'm just gonna dump all this in here. Alright, I'm gonna scrape out my bowl real quick, and then I'm gonna lay the chicken on top, and then I'll show you what that looks like and how we get it ready to put in the oven. Alright, so now I put the chicken legs, I've just set them on top of the mixture, and I like my chicken seasoned. Now it did sink down into the juice some, but I'm just gonna top it with some garlic powder and some salt just on the chicken. I'm trying not to get too much in the actual rice mixture because it has seasoning all on its own, but I want the chicken to have some flavor too. So we'll just put some pepper on this because we like stuff that have a lot of flavor. If this was chicken breasts, I would have them skinless or chicken thighs, but I'm not taking the time tonight. I'm in a hurry to get this in the oven on time. I'm already 30 minutes behind, so we're not going to eat on time tonight, but it'll have to be okay. Okay, so now I just wrapped it really tight with foil, and I'm going to put it in a 350 oven that's already preheated for an hour and a half, and I'm not going to lift it at all, lift the foil at all and check on it at all, and it's supposed to be perfectly done in 90 minutes and an hour and a half. Now, because I'm making it more than the recipe calls for, I doubled it, and I did put it in a bigger pan, but I think I may kick up the temperature to like 375 because we really do want to eat tonight. And then I'll just put some vegetables in to steam before this is ready, and we'll just have some steamed broccoli with this no-peak chicken, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, so this is the end result. I've already served up a bunch of it. Now, when I make it the next time, I'm not gonna add as much water because for us, we like the rice tighter, but I just put some in with some steamed broccoli and the chicken and the rice, and that is gonna be David's dinner. And everybody's ready to eat, so we're gonna go serve it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will link the recipe down below.